Everybody has a seat? Okay. Dear masters, master candidates, dear families, parents, grandparents, siblings, and friends of our new masters, on behalf of Maastricht University and particularly on behalf of the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences, I would like to welcome all here in the St. Jan's Church to this very special meeting of the Board of Examiners. Of course, I would like to also welcome everyone who's not able to participate in person, but may be following us through the live stream. This meeting is special because the only purpose of this meeting is actually to celebrate your achievement and to present you with your diplomas and certificates. My name is Tanya Adam. I'm the chair of the Board of Examiners. This session is organized in the St. Jan's Church, a church that is more than 800 years old, and since 1632 it's been the Protestant church in Maastricht, and we're very grateful to the Reformed Council that we can use this unique and particularly festive location for this graduation ceremony. The Master of Human Movement Sciences knows 3 tracks, namely health and rehabilitation, physiotherapy, and sports and nutrition. And in this session, 33 candidates will graduate from the track Sports and Nutrition. I would like to also briefly introduce the 2 gentlemen next to me. I'd like to welcome Dr. Lex Verdijk, who is the overall co-coordinator of the master's program, and I'd also like to welcome Dr. Tim Schneiders, the thesis coordinator and course coordinator in the program. Since this is an official and a formal event, I have to, and I would like to, also formally open this with a gavel. So first I would like to give the floor to Lex Verdijk, who will start the ceremony with a welcome note for you.
Thank you, Tanya. All right, dear students, or dear almost human movement sciences colleagues, welcome to your own graduation. I'm very happy that many of you are here. 33 of the, in total, I think 36 sports nutrition students can actually be here today, so that's great. Word of welcome, obviously, also to those watching online, including the ones or the students that could not be here. What I'm about to say is really meant for all of you. I'm going to start with a quote. Engaging in physical activity lowers healthcare costs. Independent of socioeconomic status, in neighborhoods where people are more exercising, healthcare costs are lower. If in a city like Amsterdam, 1% of the residents who do not currently exercise enough start exercising weekly or adhering to the physical activity guidelines, that could save an estimated €14 million per year in healthcare costs. Not sure how many of you follow the news, but this was from a news item that actually appeared last week, based on PhD work from scientists in Groningen. Maybe something to take into account when you go voting for a Dutch government in a few more weeks. As some of the party programs may again, like last year, because we do this a lot, the voting obviously, in the past years, may include again proposed budget cuts for research and education, but also increased taxes for various sports-related activities, from watching sports matches to gym subscriptions and, for example, swimming lessons, rather than promoting it. People don't agree with that, obviously. And that considering the fact that an active lifestyle is probably the #1 factor that can and that should be used to improve not only performance, but also overall health and quality of life in our entire society. In fact, you just spent your past year or years to learn what optimizing physical activity as well as nutrition can do to your body and to your health. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to bother you with all kinds of political advices, but I do think it's quite clear that as a human movement scientists, we, so also you guys now, have the obligation, but also the expertise to advocate the value of sport, exercise, and physical activity everywhere around us. So let's go back to the start. About a year, or for some of you 2 years ago, you started your journey to become a Master of Science in Human Movement Sciences. And today you've reached that milestone. And I'm quite honored to stand here and be able to congratulate all of you on behalf of Maastricht University and the Faculty of Health, Medicine and Life Sciences with a great achievement. In successfully completing our master's program, you are now ready to start your career, to pursue your professional ambitions, to find a job that really interests you, and hopefully acknowledge how your education as a Master of Science in Human Movement Sciences has helped you along the way. That may have been through the content and the specific topics that were discussed, which may have given you the knowledge and the skills you need for your job. Or it may be the Maastricht problem-based learning system that has prepared you to speak up, to collaborate with different disciplines and different people from the Netherlands or Germany, Belgium, UK, Ireland, Poland, Slovakia, Spain, Italy, and so on. Maybe it was the Dutch way of communicating, direct, in your face, but at the same time, hopefully, teaching you to provide and receive honest feedback, and as such become a better team player. Or it could have been any combination of these issues, along with only talking, reading and writing in English, stressing to find a placement, preparing everything to go abroad maybe, and finally presenting and defending your thesis findings in front of your supervisors, which is something that we actually added last year. So you guys were the first to do that. All of that has been part of your time studying human movement sciences at Maastricht University. And despite any ups and downs that you may have had, you've made it. You managed to successfully finish your studies, and we have gathered here today to officially celebrate that moment. Today we're handing out 75 diplomas to students from all the 3 specializations. So in the first session that we just finished, we had 28 diplomas for health and rehabilitation, 10 diplomas for physiotherapy, and now another 37, it's actually 37 diplomas for sports nutrition. And like I said, 33 of you are actually here. Now looking back at the year, or the years that lie behind you, you've deepened your knowledge of human movement within the sports and nutrition domain. You've strengthened your skills in applying that knowledge, and above all, you have further developed your scientific thinking and your critical mindset on how to interpret and perform and present research in that area. And it's an important area. We know that more than half of the population does not move around enough. As I mentioned at the start, evidence is accumulating every day that maintaining or adopting a physically active lifestyle lowers healthcare costs, but also reduces the risk of cardiac disease, metabolic disease, cancer, cognitive decline, Alzheimer, but also less obvious health complaints such as gut issues and also mental depression. Very simply put, being physically active is associated with a longer and, probably more importantly, a healthier lifestyle or lifespan. All the way on the other end of the spectrum, obviously, we've been talking about sports a lot. And both the fun and the performance factor in sports remain key issues that have always and will always draw a lot of attention in our society. How can we optimize physical, mental and nutritional status during long-lasting sports events? How can we maintain optimal fitness levels in elite athletes aiming to become a world champion or an Olympic champion? Just look at the successes at the World Cup rowing last week and the World Athletics Championships the week before that. A major part of their success was obviously the investment of the athletes, but also the staff, the very best staff, including performance coaches, exercise physiologists, nutritionists, researchers, some of whom actually started their journey right here in Maastricht. In other words, whether it's sports-related, fitness-related, or general health-related, there's a clear need for knowledgeable people that understand the importance of human movement, and that can also bring that message across to society. With the knowledge and the skills that you've gained over the past year, you will be able to contribute to shaping part of the future for our society. Some of you will do that in a research setting, further establishing an evidence base for the best ways to promote health or performance as a PhD student or maybe as an embedded scientist. Others will use their knowledge to educate other professionals in the field. And again, others will probably implement their knowledge and skills more in a practical setting, working as a healthcare professional, a government advisor, maybe an R&D specialist in a company, or maybe a personal trainer or supervisor, working for a rehab center or a sports institute like Team NL. It may not be an even road that lies ahead of you, but you've taken the first hurdle. And in due time, we firmly believe that human movement scientists like you are eagerly awaited for to generate and implement knowledge that can help to solve problems that affect many people in our society now, but also in the future. As I mentioned, we deliver 75 new human movement scientists to the world today. Now, you will all get your 10 seconds of fame in the spotlight up front here. And you get your well-deserved applause, obviously. You already started with that. But before congratulating you, I also want to thank you. Thank you for choosing our master's program and for helping us, because we thrive by the investment of our staff who try to enthusiastically teach you about the research domains of their expertise and their interest. But we also thrive by having students from all kinds of different backgrounds, educational programs, that really helps in multidisciplinary ways of thinking and working, and it definitely contributes to the success of our program. Now, as you may or may not know, we constantly also strive to improve the content and the teaching activities of our program. And we can also only do that when we get feedback from you as students. That's why we always ask for that as well. Feedback on what is good, but also where there's what we call room for improvement. Most of the feedback that we get is usually quite positive, but there's always some insightful critical notes that can be made, and that we will also take into account to maintain and improve the quality of our human movement sciences education for future students. So thanks to all of you for providing us with that feedback. I also want to take the opportunity to already say thanks to Anna Lichtaert, because she accepted my invitation to speak to us and share some student perspectives related to human movement sciences masters. I have no idea what she's going to say, so I'm going to say thank you, although I'm not knowing whether I really want to thank her in the end, but I think it's going to be all right. So much appreciated, Anna. That's almost it. I'd like to end by congratulating all of you, obviously, with obtaining your master's degree. And I do that on behalf of the faculty and on behalf of all the academic staff, especially also Rob de Bie and Bart Bongers as the co-coordinators of our program, and also Tim Snijders as the thesis coordinator. But I really also want to congratulate you on behalf of myself, not just as the sports nutrition coordinator, but more so as one of your new colleagues. I sincerely wish you all the best in your professional career and, more importantly, in life in general. It would be great to stay in touch, and if you agree, then make sure to sign up for the Human Movement Sciences Alumni LinkedIn page. Most of you have already done that, actually. We already spammed you again last week. So if you haven't, just sign up in the upcoming week. For all the rest sitting here, also congratulations to parents, family members, partners, husbands, wives, all others joining us, either here live or in the live stream. You can all be very proud. Back to you. Final sentence. I hope you will enjoy your well-deserved new status as a Master of Science in Human Movement Sciences, and I do thank you for listening to me for one last time.
Thanks, Lex. We will now continue with the actual graduation ceremony, and I'm going to briefly explain the procedure to you. As you can hear, I got a bad cold, so I think it's better for me today to not shake your hand and spread this all around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to call your name. We're going to go through alphabetical order, and then you will receive your certificate from Lex, and you will receive a rose from Tim. And then there's a picture that is going to be taken of you in that corner right here. And please be careful when you stand on that corner that you don't drop off the podium. So we have 33 graduates, and we're going to have a little intermezzo in between, and that is going to be Anna. And when that is time, I'm going to call you. Also, on my own behalf, you are quite the international crowd, and I promise that I do my very best to pronounce your name correct. Sometimes that might not work out ideal, but I'll try. So if it's not quite the way it's supposed to be, then bear with me and please don't take it personal. So then we're going to start with congratulations to Renske Arts.
Gefeliciteerd.
Bedankt.
Alsjeblieft.
Careful, careful.
Blijf staan.
Ja?
Nooit de rest.
Congratulations to Lisa van Beers.
Alsjeblieft.
Gefeliciteerd.
Dankjewel.
Super.
Show me your diploma. Oh, ja.
Congratulations, Esther Bennenbroek.
Zeer best.
Congratulations to Michelle van den Berg.
Gefeliciteerd.
Dankjewel. Congratulations to Liesje Bergmans. Has Liesje not arrived? Liesje has not arrived yet, I assume. Okay. Then our next master candidate, congratulations to Stein van den Berg-Mochtel.
Gefeliciteerd, Stijn. Alsjeblieft.
Congratulations to Fleur Breithauer.
Dankjewel.
Congratulations to Dan Kovaclu or Kovaclu.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Daniel Dali. Congratulations also to Lara Darmanin.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to Tistel Neue. Congratulations to Ricarda Ebel. Congratulations also to Nienke Gollenbeek.
Dankjewel.
Congratulations to Joost Gomans.
Wil je maar meenemen?
Gefeliciteerd.
Dank je wel.
Congratulations to Siebe Hermsen.
Dank je wel. Alsjeblieft.
Gefeliciteerd.
Congratulations to Wouter Kok.
Gefeliciteerd. Dank je wel.
Now I would like to ask Anna Lichter to come to the podium. And Anna is going to speak for and on behalf of the new masters.
Dear faculty members, family, friends, and of course my fellow graduates, it may feel weird coming out here today, 3 months after finishing up your thesis and your internship, celebrating something that for some may seem like half a year ago, and for others just 2 weeks. Standing here today feels a bit surreal, because if you ask me in our very first weeks of the program, when half of us were recovering from the beep test and the other half were still figuring out what the hell was the problem-based learning system, I don't think anyone would have imagined this moment coming so quickly. Yet here we are. For me personally, this final year, my master's year, was the highlight of my studies. And I think many of you might agree. This was the year when I felt like people really started to connect. We learned about each other, from each other, laughed at mistakes, and created a pleasant environment to learn. And that's something I didn't experience as strongly in my bachelor's. That sense of a group becoming more than just people that are in your tutorial group felt more like a community, which is something I'll miss. It also feels strange to stand here and realize I can no longer call myself a student. Because honestly, I'd love to stay a student forever, with the freedom to learn, to be inspired, to do everything according to my own schedule, and to constantly meet new people. But the good news is, and you might see me coming, even if we're no longer officially students, we don't stop learning. And the connections we build here, those last much longer than a degree, I think. Some of us may already have found a job or a place to start. Others are still figuring it out completely. And I think we all hear it from our parents and friends. It's normal not to know it yet after graduating. And of course, we know that's true, but knowing that doesn't always make it easier. What I do believe is that we shouldn't stay stuck in that feeling, because we do have time. And every step we take now is a good one. Even if you're unsure, even if you're afraid if it's the wrong one, I don't think it can be wrong. Every step teaches you something, what you like, what you don't, what you value, what you want to work towards. And that is how you move closer to the path that's right for you. This year reminded me that our minds are full of thoughts, some exciting, some stressful, some just plain random. And just like during our lectures, some of them are worth raising your hand for, and some you can just let pass. What matters is that we don't get stuck on one thought, one worry, or one plan. Instead, I hope we all step into the future curious and excited, ready to see what's possible. Maybe even with the same enthusiasm Jaro had when he volunteered for that very first VO2max trial. Because the truth is, we spend a big part of our lives working. And the best way to do that well is to do something you genuinely enjoy. If you don't know what it is yet, that's okay. Stay curious, keep exploring. Truly believe the right path has a way of showing itself when you keep moving. And finally, as we close this chapter. I hope we carry forward the same spirit we had during our time here, the teamwork, the humor, the willingness to try, fail, and try again, because that, more than anything, is what defines growth. Congratulations to all of us. We made it, and I hope whatever comes next brings you the same same mix of challenge, laughter, and unexpected moments that we made this year so special. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. So then we'll continue with congratulations to Maud Koppen. And congratulations to Anna Lichthardt. Congratulations to Ruben Mevius.
Gefeliciteerd.
Congratulations also to Hannah Nelissen.
Gefeliciteerd.
Dankjewel.
Congratulations to Eline Pastor.
Gefeliciteerd.
Congratulations to Paul, and this is a challenge for me. Paul, your last name is? Puig Balcells. Okay, congratulations to Paul.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations to Anne-Fleur van Rooij. Congratulations, Gabriela Sasovova.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Ralf Schmeitz.
Gefeliciteerd, dankjewel.
just going to wait until Raf's. Okay, good. Congratulations to Sarah Schönenberg. Congratulations, Lili Schottmann. Congratulations to Agata Topolska.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Jemima Turley. Congratulations to Max Fairford. Congratulations to Melanie Wertz. Congratulations to Jens Wolters. And congratulations to Serhat Yildiz. Before we come to an end of the ceremony, I just want to have a few personal words to the new masters, and I'm going to borrow words for that from someone else, words which have been inspiring to me in the past and still are, and I hope they are for you as well. It's coming from an essay written as a hypothetical commencement speech by a columnist called Mary Schmich. It was originally published in 1997 in the Chicago Tribune. It was also released as a song. Some parents more my age might still remember that, as a song by Baz Luhrmann, the Sunscreen song. Ladies and gentlemen of the class of 2025, wear sunscreen. If I could offer you only one tip for the future, sunscreen would be it. The long-term benefits of sunscreen have been proven by scientists, whereas the rest of my advice has no basis more reliable than my own meandering experience. I will dispense this advice now. Enjoy the power and beauty of your youth. Oh, never mind, you will not understand the power and beauty of your youth until they faded. But trust me, in 20 years from now, you look back at photos of yourself and recall in a way you can't grasp now how much possibility lay before you and how fabulous you really looked. Don't worry about the future, or worry, but know that worry is as effective as trying to solve an algebra equation by chewing bubble gum. The real troubles in your life are apt to be things that never crossed your worried mind, the kind that blindsides you at 4 p.m. on some idle Tuesday. Don't be reckless with other people's hearts, and don't put up with people who are reckless with yours. Don't waste your time on jealousy. Sometimes you're ahead, sometimes you're behind. The race is long. And in the end, it's only with yourself. Don't feel guilty if you don't know what you want to do with your life. The most interesting people I know didn't know at 22 what they wanted to do with their lives. Some of the most interesting 40-year-olds I know still don't. Maybe you'll marry, maybe you won't. Maybe you have children, maybe you won't. Maybe you'll divorce at 40. Maybe you'll dance the funky chicken on your 75th wedding anniversary. Whatever you do, don't congratulate yourself too much or berate yourself either. Your choices are half chance, and so are everybody else's. Enjoy your body. Use it every way you can. Don't be afraid of it or what other people think of it. It's the greatest instrument you'll ever own. Get to know your parents. You never know when they'll be gone for good. Be nice to your siblings, because they're the best link to your past and the people most likely to stick with you in the future. Accept certain inalienable truth. Prices will rise, politicians will philander. You too will get old, and when you do, you'll fantasize that when you were young, prices were reasonable, politicians were noble, and children respected their elders. Respect your elders. Don't expect anyone else to support you. Maybe you have a trust fund, maybe you'll have a wealthy spouse, but you never know when either one might run out. Don't mess too much with your hair, or by the time you're 40, it will look 85. Be careful whose advice you buy, but be patient with those who supply it. Advice is a form of nostalgia. Dispensing it is a way of fishing the past from the disposal, wiping it off, painting over the ugly parts, and recycling it for more than it's worth. But trust me on the sunscreen. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the session in which 33 new masters have received their certificates and their diplomas. Before we leave and you go out to your well-deserved celebration, I have 2 more points. Although we check the information with great care in your binders, in your certificates, it's always possible that we made an error in your name or in a grade, or that there's an attachment missing. So if you find that there's something wrong or missing, then please contact the Board of Examiners right away, and we're going to fix that for you. In about 3 weeks, the link to the pictures that were taken today will be sent to your email account by the alumni office. And it was a great pleasure for me to be one of the first ones, at least verbally, to congratulate our new masters. And from this place, obviously, I would like also congratulate all the parents, families, and friends that are here or that are following us in the live stream. I can imagine that you're very eager to congratulate your new master, him or her, yourself, and therefore I would like to invite you to the Grand Café Soiran at the Freithof. You all find vouchers in your certificates for the Grand Café. And also when we go out in a little bit, then I would like the masters to go out first, because there's going to be a group picture taken of you. And once you're out, then the families can follow. Now, this is the end of the meeting, and I thank you all very, very much for your presence. And I wish you a fantastic day of celebration. And as we started the meeting officially and formally with the gavel, we're also going to end it with a gavel.